Hello guys and girls, welcome to the final thoughts video of the Harley Davidson Sportster S. An absolute modern icon, I'd say. 1250 Revolution Max engine, 120 brake horsepower, and it looks stunning. Huge front wheel tyre. Look at that, huge. Also got the Pan America Special with a jousting pole at the front. Nice. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, beautiful. Right.
Amazing.
So yeah, a bus.
Let's just wait. A lorry. A Lexus. I can see it now and it's just like slightly on an angle, but...
Hello.
Oh.
This is mad. It's going to be bouncing about a bit, but it'll be alright.
We just have to stop at Stradbroke because I'm going to shit
let's just
myself.
fully fronting. Is it really bouncy? Is it really just not
Oh,
enjoying
it's very bouncy, yeah. It's very bouncy.
Right, maybe we pull in sooner than anticipated to move that about. If you just get right up behind me, we can get a little following shot of me.
Yeah, I was just...
And then we'll pull up here on the left where there's like an MOT sign.
I'll pull up next to you.
Right, I'll sort it.
Look at it.
This is a great start to a video as well. Hello.
Oh, that gives me the fear, man.
Yeah, we do not want to bin that off.
No.
Right, technical difficulties. We'll continue the review. Sweet, we're good.
Back on the road.
Right, back on the road. Yeah, this thing just loves the acceleration. The torque is just instant. I love it.
It just
especially
goes.
when it's all warmed up. Because when you fire it up on a cold morning, it's not too happy. It's quite a long one to wake up in the morning, just like me.
You think
when
two
it is
massive
warmed
cold
up,
cylinders though?
Yeah, well, this is it.
It checks
Huge.
out.
You can understand it, but you know, you get it in a warmed up state, and it's just so much fun to ride. You've got your feet forward. It's classic Harley in that respect. But you know, as I said in the first impressions, it'd be really interesting to see if you had the foot pegs adjusted, so they're more like mid/rear set on the central positioning. It would be so interesting to see how that would adjust the characteristics of riding it.
Hugely. I think it's kind of the nature of the forward foot peg is there's a level of involvement there, isn't there? That you proper have to commit, and especially at sort of low speed and that, it's one of those things where you do have to really pay attention and adjust. But it's the character of the bike. Yeah,
and that's what I was going to say as well, because naturally it's a Harley, and a lot of Harley riders are going to expect that Harley road position, and especially the way you're sitting on the bike, and you know, your arms are outstretched, your elbows are out a bit, legs in front of you, and it's just, I hate to say it, but it's just a really cool feeling.
Oh, it really is.
You just feel like you're the boss when you're riding around town and everyone's having a little look at the bike and you, and you're thinking, yeah, I'm the man.
Because that is a real head turner, that one. I think because like, you know, sitting on the Pan America right now, there's somewhat of you kind of lose the guise of it being a Harley somewhat. But when you're on the Sportster, everyone's looking at you, everyone knows what it is, and you do feel pretty badass.
Exactly, and you know, the Sportster series from Harley's been around for so long. You know, it's been, how many years now would it have been, like 60, 70 years or something of Sportster, so it's been around for a good chunk of time, and to reinvent the Sportster is a sort of, what they say is the introduction. What's going on here?
This is interesting. Is she turning
just
around?
Mount the curb, BMW. Just mount the curb.
She's going to hit that Panda. Whoa! Someone's going to pull out the junction as well. It's all going wrong.
Yeah, this is just, it's all happening in Stradbroke today. Yeah, so that, you know, with Harley reinventing the Sportster and giving it this Sportster S with a huge motor, you know, they say it's the introduction to Harley and it's a sort of stepping stone into what Harley is. And I can sort of see it. But at the same time, this just feels like such a big step into what Harley
Oh,
well.
for real?
If you were to take this as like you just passed your A2, then you continue on, get your full license, jump straight on this, you're gonna be discovering a few things. Mostly brown trousers at the end of a ride. It's
Absolutely, it is a weapon, and for it to be
proper.
called an entry-level bike, granted within the world of Harley, it still is mental.
Yeah, no, proper. And
That's
you know, this is
talk
the thing.
fair.
I've ridden this and enjoyed every single time I've jumped on it, because yeah, the tank size is small. You know, you fill up a tank and you get met with a 100-mile range, and you're thinking, well, okay, that's not great, but it's only 11.8 litre tank or something like that. And in any case, you then open up on the road like here. I'm probably about to zoom away here.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Oh,
But this is what I mean. Like it's just so much fun to ride.
So I just captured quite an interesting moment with the quick shifter there.
Oh, did it do the?
It did something it hasn't done before, and you'll see it
Oh.
on the footage. And that was sketchy.
Oh dear. Well,
I'm going back to
look
clutch.
forward to that.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
back to clutch.
So this one doesn't have a quick shifter, so you have to clutch everything, and that's fine. And to be fair, just then when I was talking to you about how much fun it is to ride, you sort of forget that it's got such a huge front tyre, so really cornering, you have to counter steer every single time and really think about it as well.
You have to work your way through the corners with that.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
And that's fine, you know, don't get me wrong, that's absolutely fine once you get the hang of it, but you have to work the bike, you really have to push it and make sure that it's doing what you want to do. But for the most part, it's just so much fun to cruise around on it.
Oh, for sure. And because you kind of like naturally get yourself heavily involved into it like that, it does mean that it makes it such, like that would be such an ideal Sunday ride, you know? Like something
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
nipped out to
proper.
the cafe. You're not thinking, oh, I can't go hundreds of miles on it, because who would? Who would?
Exactly. But even then, you know, if you're sitting in 6th gear and you're just pottling along at like 60, 70 miles an hour, it just feels nice and smooth and comfortable, which is actually a very surprising factor about this, because the suspension, whilst you can adjust it for the, you know, the preload, the compression, all that fun stuff, the actual travel of the suspension is just nothing at all. So you can mess about with the preload and you can make it as soft as possible so it doesn't lurch you out your seat. But even then, it just feels so firm.
Yeah, there's sort of no compromise with it, really. Even with the adjustability, it is ultimately going to be a stiff ride. I made the mistake of, you gave me the heads up and you said, look, when you take it out, just be careful. It's very stiff. Sure enough, first thing I hit was a massive pothole, and I probably got about 2 feet off of the seat.
Oh, proper.
It is stiff.
Like if you go over a speed bump on this and you're not actually prepared for it, you will actually rock it out of the seat, and
You have to
just
get into like the
catapult.
brace position.
proper.
Brace.
And you know, when Faye, my girlfriend, was on the back, she had the exact same situation where she got catapulted out the back when I went over the smallest of bumps.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it was so comfortable. You know, the torque alone made it so easy to ride around with her on the back. And you know, she came off saying it was a great fun ride, and I was just taking it steady. You know, but you just didn't even really feel like there was anyone on the back at all. It was just brilliant.
No. And that is from having sort of studied the Revolution Max 1250 engine. That was a key point from Harley. We said they wanted it to be able to maintain solid speeds, stable speeds, all with full luggage and a person on the back, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And it does conquer that very well.
Yeah, and I was speaking to my mate Kai, who's a huge Harley fan, mentioned him in the first impressions on actually. And you know, I was talking to him about riding around with Faye on it, and he said, yeah, that's exactly what I'd expect a modern Harley to do. You know, be comfortable with 2 up, and you know, he rides around with his girlfriend on the back, and they're always spotted about on their Harley. And that's exactly what you want. And that's, you know, tell you what, that's the charm of the Harley, really.
Absolutely,
of
it's an absolute unit.
For all of the detractors of the Harley world, the thing that they do right is just that sort of community feel, and you know what you're going to get. Yeah, the gearbox isn't the best on this, and you know, it does feel a little bit cumbersome at times.
Yeah.
Depending on the ride mode you're in, the clutch can feel a little bit different and a little bit like you've got to really work it, but it's just still got that charm and the just the natural feeling that the Harley should have. Of course, this car pulled in. This is the best corner here, and then it's just pulled in and is now doing 30 up here. Brilliant.
It's a bit of a shame. Oh, I'd have wanted to hit that a little bit quicker, but
yeah. Brakes are good, though I felt when you really push the brakes, sometimes you do get a bit of pull in the direction that the brake is on, because it's only a single brake. I wish there was a double brake, like twin disc at the front, because it's such a big bike. I don't know why there isn't. But
you just do get that pull to one side, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Not too bad though. It's not like you're going to lose the bike underneath you and it's going to low side, but it's just so much fun to ride. Like, it just gets it right, you know.
Oh, big time, big time. Alright.
Post up down here.
Get some bits.
Right, so we're back on the road. So we've got the rest of this road to enjoy on the Sportster and the Pan America. Of course, check out the Pan America video because it's quite fun. But, I mean, realistically as well, because we've just been riding up and down. I've just really enjoyed riding this on these sort of roads where it's like really flowing, open. There's no like real sharp, constant corners, and you can just like lean into it. You know, let the bike do its thing. And again, the tyres bring a lot of character to the bike, but they also do mean that you're constantly reminded how important it is that you have the right size tyre.
Oh, absolutely. Again, character.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, even the riding position, jumping from this to the Pan America, where of course the Pan America is nice and upright and a real touring position. This is really like squatted in there. It's comfortable, the seat's nice, it's nice and low so anyone can jump on it, but it does weigh a lot, so yeah.
Fortunately though, especially with that one, the low weight does mean the manual handling is manageable, but you just have to be aware of it.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I don't think you're going to be taking this into many tight spaces and like weaving it in and out, but if you are, it's easy to do to a degree. I suppose the next point is the TFT dash, because I quite like what they've done with it really. You know, circular in design, so it still looks pretty analog and classic, but it's full TFT, and it's what, 4-inch round display. You can integrate your phone, so you've got your smartphone with the Harley Davidson app. Turn-by-turn navigation if you want it. You can get your intercom plugged in. Oh, Tesla. Oh, bless.
I do agree though, I do like what they've done with it stylistically. I think it's quite nice, and the kind of, you know, the contrast of the black and orange look, I think it's great. Yeah,
it's really nice. And you know, I did manage to get the turn-by-turn navigation and everything plumbed in, and it just works really nicely. If you've got the intercom, it gives you an American voice telling you in X amount of meters to turn left and right, and you're like, well, we don't use this, but yeehaw. Yeah, so it's just nice. I just like how it all works, and you don't need to use it. It doesn't, you know, have to be on there. One thing that I did notice, of course, is the GPS. You have to have the Harley Davidson app, and it has to work on your phone. Because if it doesn't, then you go over to the, well, let's press over now, to the map, and it just has a grey box, and that's it. So, slightly annoying. If it had the GPS built in, that'd be great, but it doesn't. And you still have like your miles per hour and stuff on there as well. But that's nice. I mean, I guess we can easily round this up here, to be fair, because it's just been a nice 2 weeks riding about on the Sportster S. I mean, it's a nice tool for riding in town, country. Yet the fuel mileage and the range isn't ideal. I'd love to have a little bit more of a tank on this, but as you were saying earlier, that's not really what this is about. You don't want to jump on this and think, you know, oh, I've got a 23 litre tank here and I'm going to do 300 miles in one go. I think realistically you probably do 50 on this and then be like, well, I've finished my afternoon ride now, so I'm going home. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bike without its flaws. Suspension's firm, you know, the range, as I say, isn't ideal, but it's got that charm and I've really enjoyed it. You know, this is actually one that I'm going to miss being able to ride, because
for sure. Yeah,
naturally it's a Harley. You know, we're going to take it to the Crazy Horse in Bury tonight for a little is it first Thursday of the month? They have a
every first Thursday of the month the Crazy Horse, Bury Sevens. They do beers, bands, foods, all that kind of stuff, and loads of people seem to be showing up. And to be fair, bang in July to date the video. It's going to be a busy one, I think. If the weather stays good, bit grey, but I think it'll be a good turnout.
No, it'll be nice, and it'll be nice because that's exactly the crowd that this bike is going to be.
Oh, big time.
Attracting, and it'll be interesting to see how many people wander over and ask all about the Sportster S, and I think it's going to be a lot of people, to be honest with you.
Oh, I agree. What's this guy doing? Audi driving, man.
So realistically, I mean, I feel like we've covered everything this bike has got to offer, and even then it's got so much more to offer as well, because it's just a brilliant little, it's huge, massive bike. It's a brilliant, huge bike.
It's very raw, you know. We say we covered everything, but I'm not going to lie, in terms of insane tech, etc., it's quite light, which I like. I really like that about that bike. But yeah, I'm going to miss it too. For sure. I mean, maybe we'll get a Bike Matters Sportster S in, that'd be nice. Trev.
Yeah, Trev, help us out. Help a man out. Imagine the content. I mean, yeah, and the indicators do wind me up as well. I've been trying to cancel that for about 2 minutes. But yeah, sweet. I mean, naturally, it'd be interesting to see if we can get an Indian Scout in.
Yeah.
To compare against this, that would be quite interesting, because they have different characteristics. You know, they're different in terms of the electronic options, in terms of like what you get from the package, but they're very much head-to-head competitors.
That corner of the market would be so interesting to sort of compare against. As a first-time rider on that Harley, I loved it, and I'll be very keen to see what the competition has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe even comment down below which one you think's better, Harley Davidson Sportster S or any of the Indians. You know, very interesting conversation to be had there. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe to stay up to date with all of our other content. We've got the Pan America review there if you're after another Harley review. We've got top 10s. I'm sure there's a top 10 cruisers on there as well.
Check out the ABR video.
ABR video, absolutely. That was good fun. Pan America was there as well. I mean, it
certainly was.
But yeah, we're going to head off and enjoy the rest of the day on these two bikes. Head out to Crazy Horse, see what we get up to. But thanks so much for watching. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, and ciao from me.
Ciao.